I am an Englishman, and we do not cower before the uncivilized.
Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be testing the EoE Americas mod with the AI Diplomacy mod, and I'll be playing as an Iroquois warrior. So I started out with 200 of the most elite Iroquois troops, and went to offer my fealty to Chief T.E. Hogaro. I am Ianwatha of the Bear Clan. I wish to swear fealty to you, Chief.
Ianwatha of the Bear Clan. The winter winds bring a formidable warrior to my path. I see the great host of shamans you lead, and by the Great Spirit's breath, it is a fire that could warm our entire confederacy. I am T.E. Hogaro, King of the Iroquois. You offer your loyalty to the Mohawk and the great longhouse we defend. I accept your oath without hesitation. Let your enemies be our enemies, and your strength be the shield of our people. Arise, Ianwatha, and welcome to the Confederacy.
Alright, so let's fabricate a situation that starts a war with Britain. Let me see who the leader of the South Carolina clan is real quick. Charles Craven. Okay, because Charles Craven has a reputation for being sadistic, we'll say that he gave smallpox blankets to the village of Hachiti, which should start a war with Britain. Let's see what happens.
My friend.
Chief T, I've received disturbing reports from villagers at Hachiti. They claim Charles Craven gave them smallpox blankets. If this is true, it is an act of war on our people.
Smallpox? In Hitchity? If the English dogs have truly done this, they have poured poison on the roots of the great tree. This Craven, if he has brought the invisible fire to our people, no treaty will protect his scalp from my wrath. Ianwatha, you bring dark tidings, but I am glad you brought them to me swiftly. We cannot declare war on whispers alone, yet we cannot wait for the sickness to spread. Ride to Hitchiti, speak to Kanasatego or the other elders there, find the blankets and gather the proof we need. Will you do this for our people?
Yes, Chief. I will go at once and get this proof.
Go swiftly as the winter wind, Ianwatha. Do not touch the cursed blankets with your bare hands if you find them. Bring the proof back to me. If the English have truly done this, the roots of the great tree will drink their blood. May the spirits shield you from the invisible fire.
So the AI generated a quest, apparently. I know some of you mentioned this happening to you in the comments, so I know this isn't a new feature, but this is the first time it's happened to me, which is just insane that the mod is capable of doing this. This is the first time I've ever had a dynamic quest in a game. It just seems very profound. I mean, this is some really innovative shit, guys. But it gets even crazier. Check this out. Chief Teehee sent me. He asked for proof of the smallpox blankets Charles Craven gave us. Do you still have them?
You speak of the pale-faced poison. The English smile while handing us death wrapped in wool. Our people burn with the invisible fire because of Craven's gifts. I kept one, wrapped tight in thick hide. I dared not burn it, knowing the chief would need to see the treachery with his own eyes. Take it to T.E. Hogaro. Let him see the rot they brought us. May the spirits of the Longhouse curse them all.
Okay, well the game created a quest item, a tainted English blanket. How fucking cool is that? It's even got a description. Let's go hand it in to the chief and see what happens.
It's been a while.
I hand him the tainted blanket and say, Chief, here is the proof of the English treachery.
Throw it in the flames. Now, do not let the foul breath of that cloth touch the air. So it is true. The English smile with one face and send the invisible fire with the other. By the roots of the great tree, they have poisoned our people. They will drown in their own blood for this cowardice. You have done a great and terrible service, Ianwatha. The season of peace is dead.
Alright, well, in response to this situation, we have here in the world events Chief T condemning Great Britain for its treachery, cutting ties, and preparing for war. Pretty cool that we were able to make this situation happen just from dialogue. Historically, this happened quite a few times where smallpox blankets were given to native tribes, which is pretty fucked up. Anyways, now all we have to do is wait for the chief to declare war. As I was waiting for the chief to declare war, Great Britain and France actually declared war on Spain. So I went to the chief to tell him that he needs to attack now. Are we going to attack Great Britain? The time is now. We must attack while they are fighting Spain.
Your eyes are sharp, Ironwather. The English dogs have bared their teeth at the Spanish and the Powhatan. They are bleeding on two fronts, looking everywhere but the deep woods. The war runners have already left my camp. We will strike them while their muskets are pointed south. Gather your warriors. The blood of Hitchiti cries out, and we will answer it with fire and iron.
Okay, so the Algonquins declared war on us, France declared war on us, and now the chief wants to go to war with the Sioux. So, I don't know what the fuck the chief's smoking. You there. I am Ironwatha of the Bear Clan. Surrender, or my men will do terrible things to you.
Mon Dieu. You bring over 200 warriors to ambush a patrol of 80? How remarkably brave of you, Ironwatha of the Bear. I am a calculating man, not a fool. You clearly have the advantage here. I yield. Order your men to stand down. My family will pay a handsome ransom for my safe return, so I suggest you treat me with the respect my station demands.
Interesting choice of accent there by the AI, but not as weird as the next guy. Surrender or I'll scalp you.
Mon Dieu, you have the numbers, savage. I am no fool to throw my men's lives away against such a horde. I yield, but mark my words, if you so much as touch a hair on my head, the armies of New France will burn your forest to ash, and I will personally see you flayed alive.
Our people should not be at war right now. The white man's our real enemy.
The earth drinks enough of our blood, Iroquois. You speak a hard truth. Word has reached my ears of the invisible fire the English gifted your people at Hitchiti. It is a coward's warfare. While our tribes break arrows against one another, the colonizers build their stone walls and plot our ruin. I am Numakaki of the Mandan. I see your numbers, Ironwatha, and I will not draw my hatchet if you come only to speak. But tell me, if the colonizers are the true enemy, why do Iroquois war bands still march against the council fires?
I don't know why our people are at war. Tell your high chief that we do not want war with your people.
Words are like seeds scattered by the wind, Ironwatha. Some take root, others fall on stone. I will carry your message to High Chief Satan Wakanmani. It is true that our hatchets should be buried in the skulls of those who poison us and build forts on our hunting grounds, not in each other's backs. But until the smoke of the peace pipe rises between our leaders, tell your braves to stay clear of Mandan lands. We part in peace today. May your hunt against the English be swift.
Stop that.
I've got 200 shamans, so let's see how well they do in a fight. Okay, finally the British declared war on us, and also because of what I said earlier to Chief Numakaki about our nations making peace, that actually had an impact, so we're now at peace with this suit, which is good. Here's a world event talking about it, you can pause and read it if you want. Moving on, here's my first encounter with the British. So the Algonquins made peace with us, which is good. Here's my encounter with the enemy leader. You take our lands and scheme to kill my people with treachery. Prepare yourself. Your death will be quick.
You dare speak to me of treachery, you heathen wretch? You slaughtered John Hart like an animal. If a few tainted blankets help cleanse His Majesty's lands of your kind, then I call it divine providence. You think your numbers frighten me? The crown does not yield to savages. Fix bayonets. We shall see whose death is quick today.
You are the treacherous dog they call Charles Craven. I've come to collect your head.
So, the Butcher of John Hart finally shows himself. You think you can march up to a governor of the crown and take my head like some common trophy? I see your horde, savage, but I am an Englishman, and we do not cower before the uncivilized. If the pox at Hitchity could not purge you from this earth, my muskets will have to finish the job. Come then, let us see if your heathen magic can stop British lead.
Okay, so I figured having 200 shamans was kind of overpowered. Let's see how 230 Iroquois recruits do in combat. You dare trespass on my people's land? Surrender yourself and your forces. We have you surrounded.
You insolent whelp. This land belongs to no savage tribe. Surrender. By the saints, I shall not yield to the likes of you. Your so-called surround will shatter against British steel. Come and test us, if you dare.
Alright, I basically got 200 naked dudes with tomahawks. Let's see how they do.
Charge!
You pig!
They're surprisingly very effective. I've got the damage set on realistic, and I expected to lose way more guys than I did. One thing I love about the EoE Americas mod is that most of the characters were real people. And in playing this mod, I've actually looked up a few of them out of curiosity, and I learned a couple really cool things. For example, Chief T. Hogoro, my liege, was a super important guy at the time. He was referred to as the Emperor of the Six Nations, and he was baptized in 1690, becoming a Protestant Christian. And he actually met with Queen Anne of England in 1710, and was wildly popular in London. And while he was there, he solidified a strong alliance with Britain. He requested military aid and Protestant missionaries to come over and convert his people, and became instrumental in binding his people to aid Britain in the conflicts that would follow later in the century against the French. So he really did not like the French. And the guy I'm fighting here, Charles Eden, he was actually the governor of North Carolina in 1714. Blackbeard and Stede Bonnet surrendered to him, and he pardoned them, and they went on to continue their piracy. He was actually accused of colluding with Blackbeard in 1719 by North Carolina's first public treasurer and surveyor, Edward Moseley, who Charles Eden fined and imprisoned. Right now I'm fighting Charles Craven, and speaking of Charles Craven, he was anything but a Craven. He was appointed the governor of South Carolina in 1711, and there was one incident where a confederation of various native tribes known as the Yamasee attempted to destroy the colony, and Charles Craven, being a competent leader and administrator, was able to fight back and save the colony. The Yamasee, interestingly, participated in the slave trade. They would attack rival tribes and force them into slavery, and most of those slaves were sent to the West Indies. So it was a very complicated world back then.
I yield. You have won.
For your crimes against my people, I sentence you to death. I then cut out his heart, killing him.
You dare, you filthy butcher of John Hart? The crown will burn your village.
Alright, Charles Craven is dead. It says he's a prisoner, but when I close this screen, he'll be gone. Pretty cool that this is able to be done this way now. Just a few months ago, trying to kill an NPC this way was very buggy, but now it's got its own little process, which is awesome. Okay, I found this lady, and she turned out to be the wife of Charles Craven. And you know what that means. I took your husband's heart. Today I will take yours.
You heartless wretch! If you took my husband's life, by God, I'll have your head for it today. Come then, savage. Try and take mine if you dare.
I cut out her heart just like I did her husband, killing her.
You, Reg, John, Martha.
Okay, well, now she's dead, and the South Carolina clan has been destroyed. I think I'm gonna end the video here, as I did avenge my people. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.